say the first thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge us, meaning this after knowing Allah and knowing the Prophet and knowing your deen, upon the action that we do, the first action that is going to be put to judgment is your prayer. If your prayer is good, then indeed you will succeed. Or he has succeeded. And if his prayer is not good or is missing some of it, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will order for the order the angel, to look into his servant if he have any supplementary prayer or prayer that is not mandatory, like nawafil. If you have the faraid is first put to judgment. If your faraid is not good, we will look into if you have extra prayer, then we look. Then if it's good, it's good. If not, it does mean it's not good. And everything, he said, "My phone side, amali ala dhalik." Everything will be like that. Like for example, just one example, like your zakah. You have been doing zakah. Yes, your zakah is mixed somewhere, some year you didn't pay or something like that. Allah will look to it, something similar like sadaqah or child, the rest of somewhere to cover it. Abu Hurairah say it will be the rest of it. It's siyam like that. For example, your Ramadan is missing something, you have extra siyam that you're doing somewhere, Allah will cover with it. So therefore, brothers and sisters in Islam, this hadith is teaching us, that the first thing that we're going to get judged, the judgment upon it is going to be our prayer. To be more clarified for this hadith, I'll bring that hadith of Ibn Mas'ud. He said, عن ابن مسعود رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أول ما يحاسب به العبد الصلاة وأول ما يقضى بين الناس الدماء. So the ulama, say, because there is three rights. Everybody here, we have three rights. Because this is what's going to be judged upon the day of judgment. The right of Allah, that's first, and then the obligation that Allah put into us, and then the right of your fellow human, and even animal, the right of others. You can say the right of others. So when it comes to the right of Allah, that will be the first one. When it comes to the obligation that Allah obliges you to do, it's going to be your prayer. When it comes to the right of others is adima, meaning is killing. Whether it's animal, somebody slaughtered lawfully, whether a human being. So the first two things to be judged upon that Allah will open that case that will be open is the salah. This is for your obligation that Allah oblige you to do. And then that case is good. Look at between you and people. There is a lot of cases like backbiting, stealing, all this between you and the other. But the first case that Allah will say, look into it, is if somebody had wrongfully take somebody's life or an animal life. So this is the explanation. So like I said, there is a lot of ulama who say, when when you look to those hadiths, you can get, a resolution to tell us that the salah is the connection between us and Allah. And then the salah is the only thing, if you want to be, having conversation with Allah, the only thing that you need to do that is the salah. Therefore, the salah is the second pillar of Islam. And like we say, it's the first thing that Allah, the first case that Allah will open into our action. And then with the salah itself, Allah did not even mandate it here on earth. We have to take it to His Prophet to the second, to the seventh heavens to oblige on Him. Therefore, we should be careful about our salah. The second subject here, brother, or object, is a call for me and you, to keep our prayer close. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah, inna Allaha ma'as-sabirin." He said, help yourself with this patient, help yourself also with the salah. So therefore, brother and sister, if you want to help yourself, in this life, keep your salah on if you really want to do it. Also, brother and sister, the salah is the only thing, Allah will expiate your sin, in daily, there is a lot other thing, but or every single couple hours, expiating our minor sin is only the salah. Listen to this hadith that we all know. Abu Huraira reported this الصلوات الخمس والجمعة إلى الجمعة ورمضان إلى رمضان مكفرات لما بينهما إلى اجتنبت الكبائر. Also reported from Imam Muslim, our Muslim في صحيح من حديث عثمان. He said, no hadith, I just showed calling, that hadith that we all know that from Quran when he was explaining, this is a famous hadith about the wudu. When Uthman came to Usman radiallahu anhu, asked him to make a wudu, the same wudu that he seen the Prophet doing, he did the wudu, and then, when he, after he performed the wudu, he said, ما من امرئ مسلم تحضره صلاة مكتوبة فيحسن وضوءها وخشوعها وركوعها إلا كانت كفارة لما قبلها من الذنوب ما لم يؤت كبيرة وذلك الدهر كله. So both hadith is emphasizing that prayer is going to be the only expiation that is going to be up to date. Like you said, like your system is updating all the time. The only update to expiate your sin, minute after minute, hour after hour, couple hours after hour, prayer. If you pray, you have to do expiate your sin. So so the hadith of Abu Huraira say, he said prayer after prayer, let's say we pray this Jumu'ah. So between Jumu'ah and that Asr time, this Jumu'ah will expiate all the minor sin. As long as you don't do a major sin. So it's a really good call for us to keep our prayer. Also, brother and sister, the hadith of Uthman ibn Affan, he said, after he made that wudu, he said, that's the way I see the Prophet Sallallahu doing wudu. After that, he said, I heard the Prophet say, there is no one, no Muslim, can make just a wudu, and then, and he prayed his prayer correctly and with khushu, except that prayer will be an expiation for his minor sin, as long as he didn't bring no major sin. Also, brother and sister in Islam, prayer, is the only hope for us to have light in the day of judgment. Even this light, if we were to get, imagine right now if we get a blackout, just electricity blackout, how many things are gonna be out. And the day of judgment is gonna be a really blackout, and the only thing that they help us to look on the Sirat is our prayer. The only thing. So listen to this hadith. And Buraida and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam قال بشر المشائين في الظلم إلى المساجد بالنور التام يوم القيامة. So he said, Buraida said that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, give glad tidings to those who walk to the masajid at night time. They will be given a complete light in the day of judgment. So this kind of hadith is telling us that's the only thing will lighten our way to Sirat to pass to go to Jannah is our salah. Therefore, brother and sister, we should keep our prayer close to each other. One more thing, the only thing that the Prophet ﷺ said that is a relaxed thing. So many people they take medication, relaxation, medication, all this, anti-depression, all this. But brother and sister, if you can get really connected to your prayer, there is no relaxation more than your prayer. Listen to the Prophet ﷺ say, to Bilal, saying to Bilal, أرحنا بها يا بلال. Reported from Salim ibn al-Najjar. He said, قال رجل ليتني صليت فاسترحت فكأنه عاد ذلك عليه فقال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول يا بلال أقم الصلاة أرحنا بها. So in this hadith, there is a man, this is Tabi'in, they were sitting, they were talking to each other, and then the Salah came. When the Salah came, so one of them, he said, let's make our prayer so we can get rest. So this is like a arihna biha or arihna mina. Like, let's say in English, when you say, looking after or looking for, it's two different words, right? So when you say in Arabic, arihna biha or arihna mina is opposite. When you say arihna biha, that means we let get ease with it. Let get ease by doing it. When you say arihna biha, let's get rid of it. So one guy, when that man said arihna biha, he couldn't understand it. So they start blaming him. How would you say that you're gonna get rid of the salah? And then the Salim he explained to them say the Prophet ﷺ used to say to Bilal, call the prayer so we can get ease in it. So the prayer is the only thing like refreshing your mind, refreshing your life. And the Prophet used to say in different hadiths, وَجُعِلَ قُرَّةُ عَيْنِي فِي الصَّلَاةِ. That's the only thing. The apple of his eyes is the prayer. There's nothing that will please him. Nothing will gonna please the Prophet ﷺ like praying. You know, last thing to tell you the importance of Salah and to make us, like our Salah is that, whoever is praying is going to be recognized as your Prophet Sallallahu. You listen to this hadith, when the Prophet Sallallahu say, Inna ummati yud'awna yawm al-qiyamah, burran muhajjalin min athari wudu. It says, the sign of our wudu, washing our face, washing our hand, is going to be bright. That's the same way that the Prophet showed us. This is from our nation, from our ummah, the one that believe in it. So if you want to be the follower of the Prophet Sallallahu the day of judgment, keep on with your salah. I will stop here and continue, inshallah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم استغفروه إنه هو الجواد الكريم الله الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم على آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Brothers and sisters in Islam, to continue telling us, to give us a hint, to keep up our prayer. Listen to the hadith of Abu Hurairah. He said, أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: يتعاقبون فيكم الملائكة بالليل والنهار ويجتمعون في صلاة الفجر وصلاة العصر ثم يعرج الذين باتوا فيكم فيسألهم وهو أعلم بهم كيف تركتم عبادي فيقولون تركناهم وهم يصلون وأتيناهم وهم يصلون حديث متفق عليه. Reported from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. This one is to tell you that if you want to be mentioned daily, that you are worshiping Allah on this earth, is by praying. Listen to this hadith, brothers. If somebody is fasting, they don't report that. It's going to be written. But the only thing when you do it is going to be reported, when the malaika give a report to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Listen to the hadith. Reported from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. He said, they will follow up, there will be malaika coming, malaika after malaika, they will come to you guys. And then they will gather, they will two bag or two group, there is first group they're coming in for a Fajr prayer. When they pray in the Fajr prayer, they stay with us until Asr prayer. And then at that Asr prayer, the other Malaika will come, they will come and they will, we're not gonna see it, this is an idea, but this is how it is. And when they come to the Asr time, both group they will be with us praying us. After that, the Fajr group will go, and then the Asr group will stay until the next morning, and then it'll be like that. So Abu Hurairah said, "تَتَعَاقَبُونَ فِيكُمْ مَلَائِكَةٌ بِاللَّيْلِ وَمَلَائِكَةٌ بِالنَّهَارِ." They will be with you, for following up with you, angel at night, and angel during the day, and they will be all together during prayer, Asr prayer, and then they will be gone after Asr prayer. Meaning the one who came, at Fajr time, that's the one who's gonna leave at Asr time. So when they go back, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask them, "Well, how did you left my servant?" They will say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He knows, He already knows, nothing will be hiding from Allah. But He just wants you, the angel to mention to you. And then they will mention to you, they will say, we left them, they are praying. And while we can, because the life of we left them, they are praying in the time. We left them praying us. And when we came, they were praying, when we came, they were praying for it. So, is there anything more important in our life than preserving our prayer and praying on time? I don't think so, brothers. So, brothers and sisters in Islam, it's all this good glide hiding. When you look to the text in Islam, there is a lot of warning about those who really neglect their prayer. A lot of warning. Some of them it has to be in a class. I don't want to bring all the warning because some people they might be off. If you don't, but it is true. When it comes to warning, a lot of warning. And the one who don't give zakat, there is a lot of warning on it. The one that, for example, don't fast, a lot of warning, etc. The one who is backbiting, the one who is doing all these major things. But one of the biggest one is the one who really neglecting his prayer. So when this concept, before I mention those texts a little bit here, there is a concept that so many of us think, neglecting prayer is like when, like, let's say this Friday I did not pray at all, or tomorrow Saturday I pray one prayer and left. No, technically prayer is technically when you go to, I'll call all of you, me and you, go back to Surah, أنت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم. Go look to the hadith and the tafsir. Neglecting prayer really means somebody don't pray on time, brothers and sisters. You have to make sure this is like highlight that first before we mention all this. Who somebody, let's say, ask prayer, they pray like, the asr is entering like say 5:20, and then until Maghrib, half an hour before Maghrib. If you don't pray during those times, you pray outside of time, really you are neglecting your prayer. Even if you pray, it doesn't matter, oh, I'm in my class, or I'm doing my job, or maybe I'm watching kid or whatever. The prayer is the only thing that when Allah made, prescribe upon us, He did not let any chance. Somebody who is sick, Allah forgive him from fasting. Somebody like me and you, or a couple of us, you don't have enough money to go to Hajj, Allah, you don't ask about why you don't Hajj. Or, for example, you don't have enough money to do your zakah, Allah will not ask you. But prayer, there is no excuse. As long as, somebody become a violent, your prayer, there is no excuse. Whether it's in war time, whether it's in dry time, or in the cold time, it doesn't matter. Whether even many people like when you talk to them, somebody will tell you, "Oh, I was sick 40 days, I didn't pray. What can I do?" They will call you. If they know you know a little bit about Islam, or you're a chef somewhere, they will call you, "Oh, chef, whatever." No, the only thing in Islam Like if let's say, God forbid, we are in difficulty, we're running away to save our life. Even during the running time, you have to pray with your mind. Somebody on this bed, about to die, you have to pray even with your fingers. There is a step of it. That's why you see some people, they cannot stand and pray. Allah make them, they will sit and pray. If you cannot sit down, you pray on your side, while you lay down. So, if there's the only thing, for example, if you come to a situation you don't have no water, you are not even clean, you're not even purified. If the time is about to exit, you have to pray, even without wudu, even if it's najasa, it doesn't matter. Somebody who can call you up, they put me, let's say, God forbid, in jail. I know all of that. That's why I want to remind myself and you. I was in jail, it was dirty, there is no cleaning up. You have to pray, brothers and sisters. So there is no room for not praying in Islam. Therefore, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Hafizu ala salawati wa salati al-wusta wa qawmu lillahi. He said, preserve your prayer, especially the middle salah, and then worship Allah to the fullest. So the ulama they had discussion. What is the middle prayer? I go with the view that says asli prayer. You know, the Prophet Sallallahu said, if you didn't pray on time, asli, like if you just lost everything. Did you see those people in Hawaii when they got ripped up, or maybe in that earthquake that happened around in Turkey, maybe there is someone is the same. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you did not pray ask on time, it's like you just lost everything except for your life. Like imagine somebody who is really, to have everything and he lost it, include what he's wearing. It's like now standing, you don't have nothing. Imagine that situation. The Prophet said that thing. So, brothers and sisters in Islam, all the prayer have to be preserved. But especially, many ulama say Fajr prayer is the middle salah. So most of them, many of them also say it's Asr prayer. So these two prayer, some people, you see, they stay up all night, up and then until maybe 4 5 p.m. they sleep. They don't pray Asr, the Fajr until the sun come out. You are neglecting your prayer, brothers and sisters. Therefore, we need to, from this ayah, we need to preserve our prayer closely, all the prayer, but especially this two prayer, brothers and sisters. Make sure you pray the Fajr on time and answer on time, and all the prayer. Therefore, brothers and sisters in Islam, also the report is from Jabir ibn Abdullah. He said, عن جابر بن عبد الله الأنصاري عن أبيه رضي الله عنه قال: بين الرجل وبين الكفر والشرك ترك الصلاة. وعن بريدة بن حسين أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: العهد الذي بيننا وبينهم الصلاة فمن تركها فقد كفر. Reported from Jabir, and his father told him, Abdullah, he told him that he heard the Prophet ﷺ say, the red line between, believing and disbelieving is the salah. Like they say, that's my red line, don't cross it. Between us and Allah, also Allah makes its own line. One of them is our salah. He makes the red line. And we say it's, not preserving salah doesn't mean when you still pray. Not preserving is when you actually still praying and but you're not praying on time. So this is what this means. Like I say, go back to Ayat al-Ladhi الذين من صلاة ساهون, because the one who are neglecting salah. What's the scholar say about it? So also from Buraida ibn Hussein, he said the difference al-ahdu alladhi baynana wa baynahum as-salah. He said the difference between a believer and non-believer is the prayer. He said whoever left his prayer, meaning is neglected it. or he doesn't pray at all. Indeed, he becomes this disbeliever. So there's a lot of hadiths, but I choose the good one. That's the kind of the good one to me. Also a, Abdullah ibn Shafiq, one of the Tabi'in, he said, all the companions, the only thing that they all agree upon it, if you don't do it, then you are, subjecting your Islam to, like we say, somebody don't fast or somebody don't give the zakah of it, there is debate on it. But the prayer, there is no more debate. There is no debate on it. So, brothers and sisters in Islam, I will finish my khutbah with this. You know, we all know how Umar ibn Khattab died, right? He was praying, leading a salah, somebody came and stabbed him, right? So when during those 3 or 4 days that he was on his, nursing time, this is what he said to the companion, yes, there is a lot of hadith that attribute to the Prophet that the warning about prayer. Like when he was dying, he said 2 things. As-salamu ma malakat aymanukum. Keep your prayer, and then also whatever Allah entrusts you, do not neglect them. Maybe if Allah bless you with a wife or a kid, you don't neglect them. That's what the last, advice, or the last thing that the Prophet leave us with this dunya. So also Umar ibn Khattab on his bed, reported from Hisham ibn Urwa and Abihi, and Miswar ibn Makhrama أخبره, this is in Muwatta Imam Malik, أنه دخل على عمر بن الخطاب من الليلة التي كنا فيها، فأيقظ عمر لصلاة الصبح، فقال عمر: نعم، ولا حظ في الإسلام لمن ترك الصلاة، فصلى عمر وجرحه يتعب دما. Imam Malik, reported his in Muwatta from Hisham, and Hisham said that from Miswar ibn Makhrama, he said, on the time, nursing time of Umar ibn Khattab, I came knock at his door or during Fajr time, and I wake him up, and he was really happy with me for doing that, and then he told us, you don't have no, like, la hazza fil Islam means you don't have no asset. You have no asset in Islam if you really preserve, neglect your salah. And he's explaining. He said he stood up, he was praying, he was bleeding. Like some of the doctors told him actually to sit down. Maybe you will stop, bleeding. But for him, nobody asked you, to do that. But to tell you that how some people, used to keep up with the salah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, when we come to talking to about salah, there's a lot of things. I was before I choose those three subject or object to talk about is, importance of salah, preserving the salah, and warning or heat for those neglecting salah. I was having some other issue, but we cannot discuss everything. But I want you to go with these 2 questions, brother and sister in Islam, and ponder upon it. Brother and sister in Islam, we all know the Prophet ﷺ is the most merciful. There is nobody over Rahim. But when he was in the masjid, we all know, so most of us know about Hadith Musil Salah, the one who came and prayed. He prayed, and like you all know, when you come to a masjid, which is most of us, when you come to start shaking people's hands. Normally, when you enter any masjid, you pray 2. That's the right of the masjid, and then you start. So the guy, he came to pray with his 2 rakah, and the Prophet was looking at his prayer. And then, this is another topic, but to give you, to go contemplate upon it. When he went back and, time to say salam to the Prophet said, go back and pray. You didn't pray. He did that 3 times. This is a famous hadith that explaining the correct salah. So, okay, me and you, are we ready? Let's say, imagine, let's say in Islam Masjid or Al Huda. Let's say that's just imagination. If they will tell us the Prophet is over there, and we go and pray and then knowing that he will not tell us that we need to pray, is it our salah is really open what the Prophet said? This is one. And the second one, so many things. You want to be an electrician, you go to the school. You want to be a doctor, you go to school. You want to be all this, you go to the engineer. But who taught you the salah, brothers and sisters? Where did you learn your salah from? So this is kind of the topic that I wanted to discuss, but as you know, we have to start, with this first. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the Salah, we cannot talk enough about the importance of Salah. But the Salah is really, the soul of a believer. Therefore, brothers and sisters in Islam, we should look into our Salah. Are we praying right? Are we praying like the Prophet says, "Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli"? The brothers and sisters will stop here. اللهم لك الحمد قبل كل شيء، ولك الحمد بعد كل شيء، لك الحمد حتى ترضى، ولك الحمد اذا رضيت، ولك الحمد بعد الرضا، انت للحمد اهل، تبارك ربنا وتعالى، الحمد لله انت يوافي ويكافئ مزيدا، لا نحصي ثناء عليك كما اثنيت على نفسك، انت كما اثنيت على نفسك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم اغفر مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم آت لكل سائل سؤلا وآت كل ذي حاجة حاجة. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.